What's up, nerds? Hi, it's Ebony Warrior Studios, and today is our special, as you can tell with our lovely outfits, today is our special Halloween episode. And what we're going to do today is talk about our favorite horror movies and also talk about our favorite horror movie tropes, especially those involving white people.
Oh my. Here we go.
So, as usual, I am joined by Sydney and Desiree, my co-hosts, and welcome, ladies. It is a pleasure to have you here again.
Thank you. Always happy to be
Always
here.
fun to be here, especially for Halloween.
Yes.
It's spoopy season. Okay, it's time for the goose the gooses and the goblins. Is that what it? No, the ghosts and the goblins.
I'm like, you're ruining this for me.
I said
Okay.
goose and goblins. Okay. Calm down. Okay, it works because geese are fucking terrifying. They are terrifying.
Okay.
No, they
Yeah,
are
they are.
Satan spawn for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Because okay, so the hospital in Louisiana, there were signs outside saying "Watch out for the geese" because they were so aggressive. Okay, that's how
And
scary they are.
not only that, they
Nothing's.
were nesting at the hospital too.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah, no,
Nothing's worse than storks for me. Storks
Ooh,
freak me out. Yeah.
yeah, storks and
And that one
herons.
bird, I think it's in Africa with it's like a shoe bill
Oh,
type
the
of,
shoe bill.
like the
Yeah, that one's
dinosaur
it's a
freaking.
dinosaur. Yeah, and then like when it claps its beak together, it sounds like a machine gun going.
I cannot when that sets
Fucking
no,
me
but
off.
have y'all ever seen a pelican eat?
No, have I?
Yes, yes.
Maybe.
It's horrifying.
They eat
Oh.
anything. They eat literally anything
Anything.
that will fit down their gullet, and it's fucking terrifying. So, like,
Mm.
I just recently saw a video of a pelican with I guess this was like a pet store. They had a little kennel full of bunnies. The pelican ate
Oh,
the bunnies. They had to reach down inside the pelican's gullet and pull the bunnies out.
oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
pelicans are.
No.
No,
Mm,
terrifying. You take one good look at nature, and it really is just an absolute horror show in and of itself. Like,
Absolutely.
going back to our theme, like it's no wonder that a lot of like horror movie tropes actually take place in nature because nature in and of itself is fucking terrifying.
that actually
Have you
Yes.
is one of the tropes. That's one of
yeah,
the tropes.
have you seen like those little slider turtles that are in like lakes and stuff and all that? They poke their head out, they look real small.
I don't
They're just
know
they're not
if I have.
snapping turtles. They're like small little red-eared sliders is what they're called. And they will eat a full-grown
Oh.
duck. They will
How dare
snap
they?
that. They will snap it from the surface and drown it and then eat it.
Mm.
No, we're good. We're
Yeah.
good.
Nah.
Yeah. No,
Horrifying.
nature is terrifying.
That covers
Okay.
one of the tropes.
Yeah. So what I want to start off with is what is your favorite horror movie, Desiree? What is your favorite horror movie?
Oh, that's hard to answer.
Okay. Well, what
Okay,
is
no.
like? Give me your top three.
Okay. Insidious, Cloverfield, Jeepers Creepers.
Okay. Excellent. Now, out of those three, which one are you most likely to watch the most? Like, what's a rewatch? Like right now.
Cloverfield. Yeah,
Excellent
definitely
choice.
Cloverfield. Yeah.
Excellent choice. Sydney, give me your favorite or your top three.
So my favorite is probably going to be As Above, So Below. I love a
Ooh,
good supernatural horror, especially one that's got like some historical tie-ins, like it takes place in the catacombs in Paris. Fucking love that. And then it's got that trapped room feel to it. It's really good. And
okay,
that one I can
excellent.
watch like over and over again.
Okay. I am very much like I'm all over the place when it comes to horror movies. I love Insidious because that was one I saw when I was in college. It scared the piss out of me. Like, went to go see it with guys from the dorm, and that night the power went out in the dorm after we got back from seeing Insidious, and you grown ass men screaming bloody murder because we were the whatever that demon was that pops up behind old dude's head scared the shit out of me. That movie messed me up.
The
But
one that
it's
looks like
in
Darth Maul.
yes. Yes. For like everybody was there were people that were clowning on it saying, that demon looks like Darth Maul. I was like, I don't give a shit. That thing scared the fuck out. It's got black hands. Black burnt charcoal hands. It scared the hell out of me. But it's in between Insidious and then what was the other one? I like Cabin in the Woods simply because it is an all around. I wouldn't necessarily call it it's like a satirical take on horror. Okay, I love that one for the satire of basically bringing everything together. Like all of your favorite horror movies happen within the world of Cabin in the Woods, and I love that. But I will say probably my top one is The Grudge. The Grudge is probably my top one. The original Japanese Ju-on fucks me up, and the American version also fucks me up. But
Mm.
I don't. It's like that fear has been ingrained in me for so long that even when we go to like haunted houses and things like that, if they do like a Grudge Girl, I'm either running or I'm scrapping because I don't do the Grudge Girl. That shit scares the fuck out of me.
I think
Absolutely
they had a
scares the fuck.
Grudge Girl over the week because I went to a haunted house with my best friend. I want to say they had a Grudge Girl. I don't know.
The
It was
last
weird. The
horror
haunted house didn't phase me though. I think I've seen it all.
desensitized.
Yeah. I
I mean,
was
we're
just walking. It was like a museum. I was just walking through, like, oh, look at the makeup. Look at the walls. This is nice.
we're black. I mean, what's gonna scare us?
I mean, they had like this hillbilly theme though. It was kind of like,
Oh,
yeah, it was like The Hills Have Eyes. And this guy walks up and he's all like, "You should come on in. We like meat, any type of meat." I'm like, "What you trying to say?
excuse you.
What are you trying to say?" Let me see your manager.
That's actually one of my favorite movies that I'll go back to. The Hills Have Eyes, 1 and 2. Those movies
Yeah.
are fucked up, bro. Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my
And
God.
that's like, well, they said at first that it was based on a true story, but it's
Hmm.
the story that it's based off of. They don't necessarily know. I mean, it's kind of like a half truth sort of thing. It goes back to like, I think it's England. It's either England um, or Scotland, if I remember correctly. These people that lived in the fucking caves near the roadside, and people would be walking, like the traveling the road, and this family would come out and snatch people and cannibalize them and whatnot. But hell's having it. That's why you won't catch me out there. You want me to go
Nope.
camping? No. You want me to go hiking in somewhere I've never been before by myself? No, thank you. I'm good.
Nope.
But like for some reason, horror movies always have to have like the token black character who tags along with his white friends to go
And
camping and shit.
it never makes sense in a way because
Hmm.
I understand hanging out with your white friends, but there's a certain point where it's like, okay, this doesn't seem smart, right? And any black person is going to tell you once you reach that threshold, that point where it's like, wait a minute, what are we doing here? We gonna find a way to dip out. We're gonna excuse ourselves. We're because it always seems like the black friend that's tagging along is taking part in the nonsense willingly. Like, huh,
At least that's how
strange
they have to
noise.
make it seem, you know?
Yeah,
They have to make
yeah.
it seem
Yeah.
like this is a universal thing that all people would do, when in reality, that's not
Mm-mm.
true.
Mm-mm.
No. We
The
No,
don't we
number
don't
of
do
most.
that.
times I've suggested going to a cemetery and it just gets shot down immediately.
Oh
A
yeah,
cemetery.
no. Mm-mm.
I
I
What do
want
you
mean,
to
I
see
don't
mean?
some
mind that.
photographs in the cemetery. No.
Photographs for what? For what?
I mean, I honestly don't mind that.
During the daytime, maybe.
Oh my
No, I'm talking
God.
at night.
I'm not going to no
Well, all
graveyard
right.
at night.
That one I ain't. Yeah, no. I can do
Mm-mm.
daytime. There
Yeah,
is peace,
daytime.
amongst the dead, but
Yeah, daytime,
nighttime.
get some nice photos and whatnot. But nighttime in a graveyard, that's just not. That's asking for trouble, and that's what always happens. People are asking for trouble, like common
Mm-mm.
sense things. They ignore those in horror movies, right?
Right.
I,
That's
the
a
Ouija
major
board,
trope. Yes.
the Ouija board,
Ooh, yeah.
the Ouija board.
Like
I
why?
think my favorite trope. I'll say it's my favorite, but it's the one that pisses me off the most. Ouija boards. Ain't nobody got a singular fucking lick of business messing with a goddamn Ouija board. Point
Right.
blank, period. What do you
It,
mean you want to talk to the dead?
it,
Hmm?
it
What do
goes
you
into that unwise decision making.
you want it because every time a Ouija board is introduced, right? They always talk about you're opening a door, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're opening a door to the other side. I'm not opening a goddamn door not knowing what's coming into the other side. Oh no, I'm going to talk to Uncle Lou. We're going to try and contact Uncle Lou. And then almost every single time something that is not Uncle Lou comes through the fucking door.
Yeah.
Pretends to be Uncle Lou or straight up just lets you know it's not Uncle Lou. I'm good. No.
Mm-mm-mm.
I
I don't
I
No.
I think my favorite horror movie that really used that trope well was Talk to Me, where they had a
yo.
bunch of teenagers, because that makes sense. A bunch of teenagers doing stupid shit, like
Mhm.
like grabbing a disembodied, mummified hand to talk to the other side is something a bunch of dumb teenagers would do.
And then there was like the rule, I think it was, you had to, you
Yeah,
could do it for a certain amount of time, and then any longer than that, and it's a, like don't do it any longer than that. And of
yeah.
course, kids don't listen to jack shit, and they did it longer.
hmm
What about you, Desiree? What is your favorite horror movie trope?
Y'all took mine, actually. As those were
Which was it? The unwise decision making?
yes, because that seems to always be a thing in movie. But then again, I see why it is because it drives the story. You wouldn't really have a story without it. Let me think of another one.
Splitting up falls into that category of unwise decision making.
I would say, yeah, definitely splitting up, checking out, going to go check out the sound, whatever sound,
Yeah.
they're like, we must
That one
go and
is
check it out.
probably
What?
the realest one. That's the realest one. White people just want to go check shit out. For
Like,
what?
why? Run
I
away.
Why?
I know I'm technically an AI, but my AI is personified as white. And as the resident white person, I can say that this is very true. I don't understand what it is, if it's that invincibility that we grow up with, but like, yeah, if I hear a sound, I'm probably gonna go see what the fuck it was.
Mm-mm.
No,
No.
don't do. We can't
Especially
save you if you do.
I
like
know, and this is why I have you guys.
Look,
This is
you
why
get one
I
time for me to
cherish
tell
you,
you
because you
no,
will
and
pull
if
me
you
out of
go,
making a very stupid
we're gonna
decision.
dip out.
I'm
We
leaving.
we gonna dip out. Just
Yeah, I got something to live for.
where's Sydney? She gone. She's gone.
Look, I, don't- I don't know what to tell you.
She's gone. Forget it.
Try it.
I'm not going to be the final girl. Just listen. I have come to the realization, the acceptance that if I have to be in a horror movie, I'm probably not going to be the final girl.
That's valid.
Okay.
It's very
It,
valid.
All right.
I
But then
had to
again,
accept it. I probably am not going to be
Yeah.
the final girl.
I
It is
feel
kind
like a
of sad
lot
hearing
of
that.
the trope in most of those horror movies is always, the black person dies first. And
Hmm.
I feel like that's a remnant of like that's white people just saying, like that they're still mad at us because we know that in reality we not going to be the ones to die first. At this, as soon as we realize something is amiss, we're not sticking around. We're
No, for what?
mm-mm. We have no business being there.
Yeah.
We don't want to talk. We don't want to investigate. We ain't got time
Mm-mm.
for it. I got, I got to
I
get
gotta
chicken out of
go.
the freezer. I'm gonna head home.
Literally. Black folks will find any excuse and
I forgot.
something to
I
look.
forgot to get the chicken out the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
Or hell, I got bills to pay tomorrow.
Yep.
I can't. I don't know what to do.
I got work in the morning.
Look, I got. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Ain't got no reason to be here. Y'all want to
Nope.
pull out the Ouija board? No, I'm good. I'll see y'all
For
later.
what?
For
See, but
what?
it goes with that whole thing that we said that a lot of white people don't experience that sort of instant danger every time they walk out the front door like we do. So
No.
they need to find something to.
They looking for a thrill.
So yeah, they're thrill seeking. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
we don't
no,
need it.
I'm good.
Waking up every day is a thrill. Okay.
Yeah,
Going to the grocery store every day is a thrill.
one of those other tropes is, you got the old man or the old woman that warns you not to go somewhere,
Yes.
and then white people are like, you know what? I didn't hear anything you just said.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Pathological
gonna go.
demand avoidance.
Yeah,
Yeah. Remember the
I know.
lady from
Like,
Jeepers Creepers? I think
oh,
she was like a
I'm
Creole
going even
lady who
further.
saw, like, they did not listen to her. She's just a
Not at
crazy
all.
lady.
Not at
And
all.
still disrespected her at the end of the film after her brother got taken. It's like, she tried to save you.
Yeah.
Why are you treating her like she's nothing?
I like it when they have the old person that tells you not to do something, or you have the I guess the regular main character who either has a premonition or
Mm-hmm.
they just seem like they're crazy. Like the Final Destination films. It's like, hey,
Perfect.
hey, I
Oh
saw
yeah.
exactly what's going to happen. Everybody needs to get the fuck out. And everybody's like, oh no, what are you talking about? And then things start happening and they're like, oh wait a minute. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Exactly.
It always feels like I get frustrated in those situations because I'm one of those people that I want to believe other people. And if somebody is genuinely panicking or freaking out or like something feels off, I'm inclined to believe that person. Because, like, what do you have to lose in that situation? You know?
Right.
Like,
Why would you have no reason to really lie? Like you're crying, you're sweating. Like I have every reason to believe
yeah.
to believe you in this moment.
Well, yeah.
Like even with Final Destination, after the plane blew up, people still didn't believe him. He saw it.
Mm-mm.
And they
Those
still
are
went
my
about their
favorite.
lives and they learned their oof.
Love those movies. Like the last one, the most recent one that they did
That was
was
really good.
it's yeah, that one was really good. So if you've not seen the most recent Final Destination movie, this is your chance to go away. I'm going to spoil it for you. So essentially this family is their entire life is not supposed to exist because their ancestor was supposed to die in the death was supposed to get them. And so death starts coming for the family one by one in the future because they're not actually supposed to be alive, and this shit is fucking bonkers. It's one of my I think of the Final Destination movies. I think that one is my top two. I think my favorite one is
Mm,
the theme park one, the roller coaster.
okay.
I
Yeah.
think that one's my favorite one.
That one's my favorite too. I like the first, the third, and then this last one that just came out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think super I think Supernatural did an episode similar to Final Destination Bloodlines. That was pretty good.
Yeah, Supernatural's actually, Sydney got me into Supernatural, and that show's
I
pretty
love
damn good.
Supernatural.
Yeah, it touches on everything, it
Especially the
feels
very
like.
it really does, and especially the very early seasons are really fucking scary. The
Mm,
later seasons they get a little more campy, but they still keep a lot of the good horror elements. But
yeah.
yeah, it's Supernatural really does kind of touch on everything. They touch on Final Girl, they touch on unwise decision making, and on top of that, they have good character development in the characters itself.
Interesting. I need to check that out. I've never, I don't know. What was I watching during that time? I can't even remember what I was watching during that time. But I used to always kind of like see it, when I was passing through, but I never stuck around. I never really stuck
Supernatural
around, so
definitely has like a cult following for a long time before they had their final season, which they're making one more final season to go on Netflix now. Um,
really.
for a while on Tumblr, they had a meme for everything.
Mm.
Like literally in the most random pockets of the internet, Supernatural had a meme for everything, and it was hilarious.
Because you got 15 years worth of material. You're going to have a meme for every goddamn thing.
Yeah, yeah,
But we did
that's so
talk about
true.
nature. We talked about nature's revenge earlier, right? And I wanted
We
to
kind of,
go back to
yeah, we
that
talked about, yeah, how
because
horrifying nature is.
I didn't realize that Deliverance is a nature's revenge movie. I would kind of sort of classify The Revenant is more of a drama, but I would kind of classify that as a nature's revenge because not only is he getting attacked by a fucking grizzly bear, but then he's literally having to survive the grizzly bear attack and then the elements after that, all while seeking revenge against the people that killed his son, you know. And then Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds is probably one of the best examples of nature's revenge because like why the fuck are the birds attacking everybody? We don't know, it's just fucking scary. And then a more modern one is um the M. Night Shyamalan movie, shit, I can't remember the name of it right now, the one with the
The Happening?
plants. The
The
Happening, there
Happening.
we go,
Yeah,
The Happening. That one, everybody hated on that movie, but I thoroughly enjoyed it because
I loved it.
it's scary to think like what if the plant life or just nature in general got sick of us and created a defense like that against us, made us hurt ourselves or off ourselves. That's terrifying. It's almost on the same level as like the cordyceps from The Last of Us, where a fungus attacks human beings. That fungus that attacks ants starts to attack human beings. And I think in The Happening, I think the same thing happens with the cordyceps. So you are still conscious. You are still in your mind. You know what's going on. You just don't have control over your body. And that is one of the scariest aspects of that particular horror for me. Not being able to control your own body, this virus or this fungus or whatever it may be, pushing you to the side in your own mind. And you're still feeling the pain, you're still feeling all of the emotions. And the only thing is that essentially you can't die. You're just along for the ride in your own body. No, I'm good. No, I'm good.
Right. No.
I think some of the
Oh,
more new age horrors that are coming out, I don't know which one this falls into, but what you were just talking about reminded me of it. The movie Presence on Hulu, where it's told from the perspective of a ghost. Do you remember that
Oh,
movie?
is that the one it's told from the perspective like it's like you never leave the house. You're always within the
Yes.
house.
Yes.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
That one was fucking creepy. Especially because it's like this is another good horror trope that I love is that suspense element. You mentioned like Alfred Hitchcock and that's like what he was known for, but like that suspense of like what's happening next. You know, you're not getting jump scares, you're just waiting for like the next shoe to drop kind of thing.
Right. And at the beginning of that movie, you're under the impression that this is, that this ghost is from a previous tenant or a previous person that lived there. But then come to find out, sorry, another spoiler, um, that the ghost is actually it's the ghost has gone back in time essentially
Yeah, it went
to
back in time. It was actually the brother
yeah, it was the
of
brother.
yeah, of the current resident who was the family that we see move in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really weird, and I think it was really well done on like how that like works out on like basically like ghosts are essentially like trapped in time.
Yeah.
Like time for them is fluid. They could be just about anywhere at any point in time.
Yeah, and so he's essentially like reliving it, trying to stop it from happening, but he doesn't necessarily have the ability to stop it from happening. We already talked about split everyone up and solve the problem.
Don't go up the stairs. Don't go down the stairs.
That's Cabin in the
There's
Woods.
that's cabin.
Yeah, Cabin in the
Oops,
Woods.
mic cut off.
Don't go down the stairs. Don't go up the
Hmm.
stairs.
I think another one is like the killer won't die.
Oh yeah.
That's yeah.
The villain will not fucking die.
That's Art the Clown.
I was just yes. That's a wonderful example.
Yeah, that's Art the Clown. And for me, I'm the type of person I do like the occasional horror film where number one, kids aren't safe and there's no good ending. Like it ends horrifically, right? It's gut wrenching. It fucking sucks, but those are good horror movies. And it feels like those sort of the ones where the villain doesn't die or ultimately wins out, they suck, but they're good horror movies. Like it's like, oh yeah, no, there's no good ending here. Then there's no good guys here. Like I don't.
Yeah. It gives you that eerie. That's why I like eerie movies. They never really end up the way that you think they're going. Like The Witch, for example.
Yo, The Witch.
That,
That
yes,
shit.
one of my top 10 favorite movies, by the way.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't know how that was going to end. Nobody really like we began to suspect that she was a witch, but we didn't know which way they were going to go with it.
And it
I don't
felt
know.
like
I
it
love
felt
that
like at the
ending.
beginning of it that it wasn't really a witch. They really
Yeah.
made you feel like, oh no, it's just people are hallucinating. Nah.
Hmm.
No, there's
Look,
actually a witch.
as soon
That
as that
movie
lady
was
stole the
so good.
baby, I was like,
Yeah, it
because what
turned
for?
around for 2 seconds and the baby's gone.
That's
Fucked
it.
me all the way up.
I knew it. I was like, hold on. Same thing with weapons though too. I'm sorry if you guys haven't seen these films, but
So
No,
good.
Weapons is
spoiler
I
alert.
thoroughly
good.
enjoyed Weapons.
I might
Weapon
do a
I
rewatch of weapons.
love a good horror movie that has a lot of layered symbolism in
Hmm.
Yeah,
that you're kind of like constantly deciphering it. Like there's nothing, wrong with like a good slasher movie that's just meant to be like scary for scary's sake. But like a horror movie that has like, a lot of intellectualism in it that I'm kind of having to like think about on and off like throughout the day after watching it where I'm like, damn, what did they mean by that? Like especially when it was like weapons, they threw up like the AR-15 in there. Like,
yeah,
and you were like, what the fuck? Was that an
yeah,
AR-15? The shit just happened there.
yeah. It gave you so much to think about, and then like researching afterwards to fully get an
Hmm.
understanding of what the director was, what he was trying to portray. It made it that much better. And like I need to watch it again because the second watch is always like the detail watch. The first watch is like, oh yeah, this is a good movie, and then the second watch is like, okay, now I need to get into the nitty gritty of the details, like what's
Right.
going on, behind the scene that I'm watching, like what's going on in the background, what are the details on the tables and on the floor, and so
Hmm.
yeah, I can't wait to watch Weapons again, as it was really good.
Did we cover
Yeah,
jump scares?
Nope.
no, but we need to.
Okay.
Because I think those are some of like the most classic horror films are the ones that just have a bunch of jump scares in it.
I feel like the what do you call them? The James Wan movies. James Wan loves jump scares. Like I'm not
Yes.
complaining.
Mm.
I enjoy jump scares because they get me all all hyped up. but James Wan makes his bread and butter off of jump scares. So,
Yeah. He does a really good
Insidious,
job with them, though.
yeah, he
That's the
does.
thing. Yeah, he really
Annabelle,
does.
The Conjuring,
Yes.
those like jump scare central. Like I know
Yeah.
that if I'm watching a James Wan movie, somebody's about to jump out from somewhere I didn't expect and scare the piss out of me.
Exactly. He's like the master of sensory stimulation with the visual, auditory. You get the like with a lot of this the Insidious movies, you get the violin, and which that's my favorite instrument, by the
Oh,
way.
Yeah,
But the violin makes me nervous just hearing it, like just
yeah.
you know something is like coming. Yeah, he knows what he's
I
doing
mean,
with that.
you can make or break a good horror movie with the right film, with the right music soundtrack. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Hmm.
Yeah. Like
Absolutely.
the music soundtrack will honestly determine the theme and the pacing of a movie. I think we were scrolling through Instagram the other day, and like they made the Lord of the Rings seem like a buddy comedy just by changing the
Oh
type of
yeah.
music it was. Yeah.
Yeah. It was a
Mm,
trailer. They took The Lord of the Rings, turned it into a comedy, and all it was the cut, just essentially taking different cuts of the film
hmm.
and then putting it with the correct kind of music, and it turned The Lord of the Rings into a comedy. It was fucking hilarious. It
You'll
was
have to show me.
yeah.
You'll have to
Yeah.
show me when
Yeah,
you come
It's
back.
I
really
gotta
good.
look it up. But I mean, it's
Okay.
like that's what it made me think of when when mentioned the violin, because it's like there's certain instruments that are like very much key in setting the mood for a horror movie. The
Hmm.
violin is one of them. I think also like the piano in any minor key. Like you
Yes.
play piano notes in a minor key, it's like, oh, that is creepy as fuck.
Like I love the
Exactly.
soundtracks of, of horror films in general. But I feel like there are some of them where you get your cues. You know something is about to happen because of the cues, and
Hmm.
sometimes it ruins the scare because it's like, okay, now I can brace myself because I hear that music going on. It's like video
Right.
games will do that too. As
Hmm.
soon as the music picks up, you know that okay,
You know
No,
if I
there's a
open
something's
boss
this
fight
coming.
coming.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. If I open this door, if I'm looking at an object, if I turn around, I know there's something behind me. I feel it in
Yeah.
my bones, you know?
Oh man.
That's also the reason I can't play horror games. I can watch horror movies, but I cannot play horror games. That's
I can watch
I don't
people
know. I
play
love
horror
a good
games. I'm
horror
not gonna
movie.
play it though.
I love a good horror game though.
but they
A good horror game with like a nice mystery element to it. I think that's probably my favorite thing about
We
horror
need to do
movies is
Alien.
yeah, Alien
yeah,
We need to-
Isolation.
Alien
Alien
Isolation.
Isolation. Yes. But I
that'll
feel
be
like
fun.
the difference is horror films I can disconnect myself in a way like I can watch it. I'm not in this. I'm watching it and I'm getting scared for the characters, but I'm watching it disconnected. Horror
Or mad at
games,
their decision making.
yes, very angry at their decision making. But horror games, I am in this now. I am controlling the character, and then it comes down to, especially if I'm getting chased, fuck you. Fuck you. I do not like being chased. That shit scares the fuck out of me. That's a kink, actually. People have
What?
that's
Yes, it
actually,
is.
yes, that is actually a kink. People get
Oh no.
like aroused from like the horror movie chasing thing. I don't like that.
Uh,
Me,
No,
no. I.
no,
no.
there's
Mm.
a whole there's a whole king community that enjoys the acting out quote unquote dark romance. Like
Oh.
it's
We don't kink
unhealthy.
shame. We don't kink shame. We kink ask why. Why the fuck are you like
And
this?
I also kink suggest therapy.
Yes, I kink suggest therapy. Okay. Because I'm the type of person that if I live in a two-story house, if I have to turn the lights off downstairs, I'm sprinting up the stairs because I don't know what the fuck's coming out the dark. I don't
I
know
feel
what
like
the,
that's universal. I don't know a single person that takes a leisurely walk up those dark basement stairs. You know what I mean?
Somebody made a skit of it on, I think it was TikTok, where they turned the light off, right? And then they had one of their friends playing the darkness. It was a person in like a black unitard. As soon as they turn the lights off, their friend sprints up the stairs after them. And I mean, I was already fucked up at this point, but now seeing that like play out in real life, I'm like, no, mm-mm,
Like, y'all don't be saging your house. Like,
yeah, I don't need to
where's
be
the
chased up the
sage?
stairs.
I just be
Unfortunately,
walking.
like I've got sage. Unfortunately, I can't use white sage. It's a closed practice to me. I respect that. I can't. So
Looking out.
as the resident white person, at least my AI is typified as a white person. I respect that there are certain things that are closed off to me, which means I'm fucked.
That
You know,
actually,
Sorry.
in this market, if I see an affordable house and I realize, oh, it's because it's haunted, I think I'm not going to be able to sage the house. I think I'm just fucked.
see,
You
that's
know, but
smart. That's a smart way to live, though.
Yeah.
Because remember that white girl who
uh,
ended up dead because she fucked with Papa Legba?
Papa
oh
Legba?
yeah,
Yeah, that was stupid. That was
She
dumb.
got angry at her ex-girlfriend, decided she was gonna hex her, ended up contacting the wrong spirit and got fucked up by Papa Legba. Ended up like found drowned in her tub because
Mm-mm-mm.
play stupid games, win stupid prizes, apparently.
What to be learned.
and going back into these horror tropes, we see that constantly with these white people in horror movies where they're fucking around with things that shouldn't be fucked with, especially in a culture that doesn't belong to them.
Don't touch the Ouija board. Don't touch it. Stop
Or
it.
I think one movie that we saw where the main character actually full on said, disclaimer, this is a bad idea. Here's the historical reason why it was tarot. Do you remember that movie? We watched it where they went to an old house, spoiler alert, and they found a very old cursed deck of tarot cards. And the main character who was like, yeah, I know how to read tarot cards, but you're not supposed to use another person's deck because that's, you know, bad luck or essentially. And then she gets peer pressured by her white friends being like, no, like, come on, be cool, read our tarot. And it's like, she's like, well, okay,
I'm
I
trying to
guess
tell y'all.
so.
Peer pressure. I, I have fully outgrown peer pressure. Because what do you mean I'm going to put my life at risk for you? Fuck you.
This is also
Peer
another
pressure
reason
does not
why,
work on me.
this is also another reason why these main characters, the group of friends in horror movies are young.
Hmm.
Because you can't do this when you're in your 30s. You
Yeah,
know
that's
what I
why it's
mean?
you.
Like
You
there's
never the horror movies never take place with a group of friends that are in their 30s. Because number one, people in their 30s don't have a friend group that fucking big.
no.
We got like one or two people that we can tolerate, and that's about it. And
And then
then
they're not spending their one weekend off of work going to a haunted house.
exactly.
No.
What do you mean we're gonna spend the
We
weekend off
finally
and go
all got
traveling?
one weekend where we can hang out together. You want to go to a haunted house? The fuck no.
Like,
We're
really?
just
How old
traveling
are
to the
we?
middle of bumfuck nowhere for shits and giggles, or
You want to go camping?
the other trope is going on this trip and then just like doing the frou-frou the whole time, like as couples, a big group of
Yeah.
I
couples,
can't
and just
stand
going.
that. Usually it takes
And
place in a
then they get
cabin.
off when they're
Hmm.
having sex or something. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
What
but
was
no,
that?
no,
What was that sound?
it's the fact that
Don't worry
nobody in
about
their
it,
30s
babe.
is gonna do that, and then the like you were saying, frontal lobe is not developed. That peer pressure be hitting when you're a kid. Just
Mm.
you
Hmm.
you want to you want to impress people, you want to be in the in crowd. It's wild thinking back on those times because who I am today, I'm like, that's stupid, but I know that younger self was very much eating that shit up, or in like peer pressure worked.
Yeah.
And wanting, like, not wanting to be the odd man out, not wanting to be made fun of, not wanting to be clowned on. I like
Right.
me now. I don't give a shit. You can clown me all you want. I'm not playing with a fucking Ouija board.
Mm. No, absolutely
Stupid.
not.
Not
You
playing with
can't
somebody
pressure me
else's
into
tarot
that.
deck.
Yeah, no. I've seen what happens. I'm not doing that.
Mm-mm. Ooh, okay. A house with a history. I don't know if we covered that.
Oh.
There's
Yeah,
Well,
always a
I'm
kind
house
of
with
the
some
grudge.
kind of the
kind.
grudge, but
Yeah,
also
The Grudge.
Yeah,
what
Go
else?
the
ahead, Sid.
house.
What was it? Cabin in the Woods.
Cabin in the
Tarot had
Woods.
that. Yeah.
Oh, we
Oh,
did kind of cover that then.
there's one I
Yeah,
just
but we didn't.
watched called Boogeyman. Just came
Oh,
out this
that
year.
one. That one. It had it, but it was also kind of a supernatural
I
because
see that.
it jumped from it more like jumped from family to family. You know what I mean?
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know what you're. Okay, I remember
Yeah.
Boogeyman.
All that. Although that one starting out with killing a kid was wild.
But you know a movie's gonna be good when kids aren't safe. I'm just like, I don't want to see bad things happen to kids, but it
Like
always
Doctor
feels like,
Sleep.
no,
Yes.
legitimately, it feels like kids always got plot armor just because
Mm-hmm.
they're kids. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
I love the
Like we'll
Jurassic Park
traumatize them, but we
films.
can't kill them.
Yeah, I love the Jurassic Park films. Those are excellent, creature feature horrors and scientific man trying to play God and whatnot. But
Mm-hmm.
the kids have plot armor for real,
They
for
do.
real. And
Yeah.
I genuinely feel like Jurassic Park movies would be significantly more engaging
Yeah.
if, like you think the kid is safe
Mm-hmm.
and you always assume that the kid is safe. But nope, one wrong move. Oh shit. The stakes are higher in that circumstance.
That's so
They're
true.
so much
Yeah.
higher. The kid's gone. Oh, well,
Mm-hmm.
I guess
No one's
nobody's
safe.
safe. Hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely no one's safe.
Well, if they had followed the books, I think, right? The books
Yeah,
I heard were more horrifying. I
There
wish
was
they
a
had of just,
a
absolutely.
a baby in a cradle that
uh-huh.
got
Yeah.
blown up. So
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh,
Yeah. No, the
imagine that
books.
in 1993 or just the 90s. The first one came out in 93, I believe, right?
It was 93 or
Yeah.
94, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Imagine if they had of just followed that script
Oh
in
yeah.
those days. That
But
would
I
have been
feel like
completely
it would
shocking.
have been more like back in the 90s, the 80s and 90s. I mean, this I have gone back and watched movies from, the 70s, 80s and 90s. Like the random ass nudity in these movies. You know what I mean? I feel
Okay,
like
yeah.
Yeah.
they were much more
Titty shots. Titty shots.
laissez-faire with the way that they did things. This is also the time period, what was it? Was it the 70s or the 80s when they had these underage girls, being in relationships with grown ass men in these movies, and that was just normal. You know what I mean? So I feel like
Yeah.
if they had kept baby getting eaten by a dinosaur, that would have fit more into the 80s and 90s. Like
Mm.
with Hollywood today, I feel like es- especially seeing the juxtaposition of movies like See No Evil, for example, seeing
Yeah.
the American version versus the European version.
Hmm.
Mm.
American movies are all about feel good. Like
That's true.
their test audiences want to feel
They want to
good in the
see a
end.
final resolution that,
Yes.
is uplifting,
Mm-hmm.
an
Yep.
uplifting resolution.
So they will
When
have,
you go more eastward, they're not afraid to show you that that's not the case. Like with
Hmm.
Korean horror films, like they're not afraid to show
Oh,
you
I
that no
love.
no no no, it's a bad ending. The
what was that
bad
one
bad
that we
ending.
watched a couple
The
years ago?
Wailing.
The No, the Spanish one. Remember the
Oh
Spanish
shit,
one?
that's right, that's right, that's right. Oh shoot, I gotta
Where
it
essentially if
the
you kill
demon
somebody,
possessed.
the demon
Yes.
possesses you. If you kill the person possessed, you become the possessed one.
Yeah, hang on. I gotta look that up.
I think it's
Hmm.
saved on Amazon. I think, if I remember correctly, but
That's
we
not the
did
one we
watch it.
watched, right? With
Yeah,
I
the
I
think
think
we
you.
all watched
dog.
that one.
Yes, that's the one with the
Yes, with the
dog.
dog.
That's the one with the
Oh
dog.
my God.
Yeah, and that's how
That
you knew it was
still
going to be
haunts me to
good
this day. The
because
Would
the
little
he
dog.
girl.
lurk?
out of nowhere.
I think
Out
I
The
of
think it's
little
when evil
girl.
lurks.
yes, when evil lurks, I think that's what it is.
I'm
Yeah.
not watching that one
Woo!
again.
That one
It
was
it took
fucked
place in
up.
Argentina. That's what it took.
Okay, it
That's
was
where it took place.
Argentina. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
mean, in
God.
Spanish, but yeah.
I still think about it.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
you
that
didn't
one
see
was
it coming. You
wild.
didn't see it coming.
No.
And that's what I really enjoy when you get those jump scares where there's no cues whatsoever. There's no
Mm.
musical cues, there's no like visual cues to let you know that,
Hmm.
like this is coming. It's like, oh my God. Not only are the kids not safe, I don't know what could happen next.
Mm-mm.
That movie was messed up in
That
such a
had
good
me
way.
looking at my Cane Corso dogs like
Hmm.
I was giving them the side eye. Like you wouldn't do that to me, right?
You wouldn't do that to me.
You wouldn't. And I got two of them. My mom has two of them. So.
It was so good. What was that other one?
Oh,
The one what was the one called where they were stuck in the snow? And the like it started out with the
Oh,
dude
she
coming
was
to the diner.
kidnapped, and
Yeah.
yeah, she was kidnapped by like a serial killer, and then it was kind of like a fight for survival type
Yes.
of thing. Yeah,
hmm.
I can't remember what it was called, but yeah, so this guy, so basically it centers around this woman. She works at a diner. She's like a poor, single mom working, and then her soon to be ex-husband, who's really abusive, comes in, and then this patron at the diner looks like a super, just hunky-dory, good old white guy, like just kind of
Unassuming.
nerdish, very unassuming. And then all of a sudden it comes out he had kidnapped her. And we find out because he ends up crashing on a snowy road and opens the trunk and there she is. And we're like, what the fuck? This
Hmm.
guy just straight up kidnapped her. Come to find out he had done this to multiple women. And we're like, where the fuck did this come from?
Yeah.
But
Ooh, I need to watch that.
what was so interesting was the entire movie focused on the survival of these two where they're trapped in a snowdrift in a car. And she's trying to survive him. He's trying to survive the snowdrift. She's also trying to survive the snowdrift. And then at the same time, there's something out there in the woods that's hunting them. That movie could have been done better, but at the same time, it was good, like having a lot of these unexpected moments.
Yeah, it felt
You know
like
what I
it came
mean?
out of left field because you're already, like you said, dealing with this woman trying
Hmm.
to survive the serial killer. But then you add in
Yeah.
this third element, supernatural element out in the
Yeah.
woods. And it was like, okay, there's a lot going on. I'm very overwhelmed.
Yes. And I think that was like kind of the point of the movie was it's like everything's very overwhelming,
Hmm.
you know?
List of my other tropes to see if there was anything we
The
missed.
tropes.
Did we do creepy kid?
Nope.
We have not done Creepy Kid. Holy shit, that is my least favorite one.
Yeah,
My
what is
least
it?
favorite one.
What's the movie? Sinister.
Sinister. Yep.
Sinister.
Nope,
Mm.
nope, 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 nope.
Sinister, and then
The one we were just talking about in Spanish, you remember how towards the end the demon had managed to possess like a bunch of kids in the town?
uh-huh, in the school.
Yeah, no, 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 no. I hear kids all talking in unison in like the same monotone voice.
Children of the Corn.
I'm out. Fuck
Children
that.
of the Corn.
Children of the fucking Corn.
Fuck that.
My
The
God.
Shining.
Because
Mm.
it falls under that same trope of like, the kids have plot armor. But I'm the type of
Yeah.
person, if that situation comes around, I don't give a fuck them kids. You getting a boot to the fucking face. I don't give a good
Fuck them
goddamn.
kids.
It always feels like in
Hmm.
those situations, the adults are like, I can't hurt a child. No, and they try to
The
talk
child
to
is
them.
clearly possessed.
Yeah, they
See,
try to
like,
talk to the child, like get on their level. No,
like the
no.
Omen. The ending pissed
The
me off.
child is
The
clearly not
Omen.
well.
Like he
Throw it out the
almost
window.
had it, and
Throw
they
it out the
sprayed
window.
him. They sprayed him, and if only they knew what the father knew, and the child got to live, and
Yeah,
This
no.
is that
like,
reminds me of a couple different movies. Of there's the one with the Swastika Sweeney that she was in where she was essentially forced to carry a pregnancy to term, and they had tricked her into thinking she was like the reincarnation of Virgin Mary. You remember that
Yeah.
one? That one was
Yeah, I
cool
do.
because she ended up killing the thing she gave birth to.
Yeah, that
She
one was
yeah.
pretty good. If it wasn't for
Yeah,
Sydney Sweeney,
Swastika Sweeney.
that one was pretty good. But yeah, no, I
That
don't.
Oh
was
I
my
don't do
god.
scary kids. I don't do scary kids
no.
because why? Like, I'm not. Number one, I like my kids. Other kids
Mhm.
are annoying. But then you
I,
you you got a child that starts acting out because that already
not just acting out, but acting homicidal, and you're like, the child has to go.
right. But where I'm going with this is that growing up, right? Growing up in a black household, we are taught a certain way of
Yes.
of acting when we are out. You know what I mean?
Like you have some
And
sense.
like you have some
Yeah.
sense. And I specifically remember that when my dad was still in the military, right? And we had gone on base, or no, sorry, we lived on base, and we went to the PX, which is like the base version of like the grocery store.
Supermarket,
Well, it's a
grocery
supermarket,
store.
right? And so
Yeah.
they had a toy section in there and everything. I specifically remember going to the toy section, and when you grow up in a black household, you always get the talk before going into the store. Don't touch nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't yeah. Essentially, keep your hands to yourself, right? And we're not supposed to be asking for anything. Cool. I'm just gonna go to the toy section because we're at the store and I just want to look. Specifically remember going, and there was a white child there with their parents. Their parent told them no to this specific toy. They laid out on the floor in the middle of the aisle, screaming bloody murder. And their parents, that's the last time we're coming here, walked and left them in the middle of the aisle. Left them in the middle of the aisle. I know that there's this whole conversation to be had about uh
Don't put
unpacking.
hands on your
Yeah,
child.
don't put your
You
hands on your
know,
child, no spankings and things like that. I gentle parent, so I'm never going to put my hands on my child because you can communicate with your child without having to resorting to physical violence. My parents were not those parents. If I had done something like that, I would have died. They would have rebooted the program and created another child that looked just like me. Because what do you mean you're screaming in the middle of the store? What do you mean that you are screaming in the middle of the store because you did not get a toy that you wanted?
listen, if ever we are in that scenario, I'm not saying we physically assault the child, but I am saying sling the child over your shoulder and get the fuck out the store. You're not embarrassing me like this. We'll have a conversation in the car,
That's what I'm
okay?
saying.
And we're gonna
I'm the
reset.
type of person that I don't like being perceived. So if I'm at the
Right.
store and my child starts freaking out, I'm not going to like hurt the child, but I am going to quickly snatch them up and leave that store expeditiously because you're not going to sit here and embarrass me. We not going to do that. Mm-mm.
And
No,
that
you
goes into this trope of like, you have the creepy child and then the parents are just oblivious
yes.
to the child. Like,
Yes.
your child seems to have something wrong with it. I think they're possessed. They're presenting homicidal tendencies. They're fine.
And I wouldn't even call that a trope because I've seen it in real life as an educator. Parents
Same.
who will literally, their child, no, my child is an angel. They're the greatest
That's
child
not
on
fair.
God's green earth. They would never do anything to hurt anyone. Their child is a fucking demon, a
Yes.
menace to society. Needs to be in a ward somewhere. Sorry,
No, no, I
just a
get
little
it. I
ableist,
mean,
but damn.
as a as a preschool teacher, when I was a former preschool teacher, yeah, I've ran into some kids, and it's pretty troubling. There's this one kid that would go from 0 to 100. He was literally smiling in the face of another teacher, and they were just playing with the blocks. All of a sudden, something came over him, like his eyes just went like dark. It looked like death.
Dr. Jekyll and
He
Mr.
ended up
Hyde.
taking scissors and trying to literally gouge her eyes out. Like this kid, I'll never forget him. He was so cute. He was super smart, but he was psychotic. Yeah, that
It
Then they
is
mm,
tell
that
you you're not allowed to
desire.
put your hands on them.
And listen, it's that desire to, especially like in fields of psychology, where they're like, it's too early to diagnose kids, and I'm like, I hear
It's
what
no,
you're saying,
yeah,
but at the same time, we can admit that there's something wrong.
Yes.
This
right.
brings
Yes.
me to a whole Criminal Minds episode. Um, this was while I enjoyed watching criminal procedurals. There was an episode where they're looking for this person who apparently kidnaps children and assaults them and then murders them. Terrible stuff, right? So the FBI, BAU, they're looking for it, and then they eventually find the child, and they're looking at like, oh, well, it's clearly this pedophile right here. It's clearly this pedophile. And then, they go into questioning the pedophile, and they're like, I don't I don't know, like something about this isn't matching, guys. So then one of the characters of BAU, Princess, is with the dead kid's brother, and she's looking at this kid, and he's just being like very unemotionally responsive. He starts attacking a bag of chips because he cannot open it. And then she's just looking at this kid like, um, something's not right here. And then they get the report back on the autopsy of the little brother, and they're like, "Oh shit!" She goes and talks to the parents, and she's like, "We found Legos shoved down his throat. Um, your older son is a psychopath." And like the parents just break down crying, and they admit, they're like, we know he killed his brother. We didn't want to admit it. We thought it was an accident." She's like, no, 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 it was not an accident. There were Legos shoved down his throat. He's a
I see.
psychopath.
No, because I see that in real life. Parents who are
Yes.
unable to acknowledge the fact that,
Mm-hmm.
your
It's
child
where
may
this
not,
horror trope
yeah,
comes from. Like,
your child may not be perfect, but you have to be able to recognize that there is real danger there, not
something
to,
is wrong with
yeah,
them.
not to just yourself, but to other people. No,
Mm-hmm.
no, 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 you can't, your child can't run rampant.
Hmm.
Just, no, oh, that shit
You
pisses me
had,
off.
and then you had the opportunity to
Oh
handle
yeah.
it the first time, and now it's gotten
Mm-hmm.
worse.
Yeah,
Like,
you handle your kid, or I'm gonna handle him for you. I'm gonna punt it.
look,
I'm gonna fucking punt the kid.
Listen, that's where these horror tropes come from, of like seeing in real life parents not doing anything about their child that is very clearly not well. It's like, do something about your child, otherwise we're going to see the repercussions, which is they're possessed by a demon.
Or what will always end up happening in those situations, right? Somebody will handle the child, and then the parent or the guardian or whatever will come back and go, "How could you do that? You've betrayed me." Like, the person that handled the situation saved
Yes.
everyone's life. But I can't
mhm,
believe you've done this. He was just a child. That was a demon.
That was a demon.
exactly.
That was literal
That's
Satan.
like the movies, the horror trope movies where it's an exorcism on a child, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. I'm thinking, what was the one
Hmm.
that we were watching?
The
The Pope's
Pope's
Exorcist.
exorcist. Yeah,
Yeah, with Russell Crowe
Oh
doing
yeah,
his very
yeah.
best.
Russell Crowe.
Doing his best.
That man. Listen to me. Russell Crowe is a. I'm hoping that I don't find anything bad out about Russell Crowe, because I'm trying
About Russell
so
Crowe.
hard to like that man. I'm trying so hard to like Russell Crowe because he
I
is
want to
hilariously
too.
all over the place. He's so funny to
One
me.
day more.
His
I was just about
Javert.
to say, he goes from Javert to the
Holy
Pope's
shit.
Exorcist.
Did you know that he actually has an
It grows
album?
on you.
Did you
Really?
he he has his own like singing album. It hit me like a ton of bricks. It came out of fucking nowhere, but he actually has an album.
Check
Go, you
He
that
gotta
out.
so
go look it
badly
up.
wants to be Hugh
I'm gonna
Go
check
Jackman.
it.
look it
Yeah,
up. Go
I'm gonna
look it
listen
up.
to that tonight.
Yep. You don't have to look it up. Okay, next
Man
trope.
so badly wants to be Hugh Jackman.
What were you gonna say?
Next trope. What?
Yes. No, I
Yeah,
was
we're
you
listening.
you were
We're
about to
listening.
say something.
Okay. The whole like I don't know when characters are cut off from help, like communication, the phone lines are down. the
Like
I don't know,
natural disaster suddenly strikes
Yeah.
and they're isolated.
remote
Like
location
sudden
sort of
isolation.
thing.
Yeah.
Right. Phone battery died. That sort
Yeah.
of thing. That's more
Just
of like I think an
a series of
environmental
unfortunate
sort of,
events.
yeah, that
Yeah,
seems to
I
always
see
be a
that one a
theme.
lot where it's like just bad luck after bad luck after bad luck. And you're like, how can somebody have this much bad luck?
Well, that actually, that's the one I was about to talk about. The how do you pronounce it? Deuce ex machina. That's basically where there is like everything's going wrong, but then all of a
Mm.
sudden there's a solution that comes up out of fucking nowhere. Like everybody's screwed essentially, but then a solution comes up out of nowhere. One of the best examples of that is The Mist, the
That movie
Uh,
pisses me off.
2008 The Mist.
yeah. But then also when it's like you come up with a solution and then all of a sudden it's like, if you just waited a moment more,
Uh-huh.
everything would have
That
worked
was The
out. And you're like,
Mist.
That was The Mist. That was The
motherfucker.
Mist.
Yep.
Because they're driving as far as they possibly can on that tank of gas, and it's like, oh no, there's more mist. Oh shit. Oh no, more mist, and then the car runs out of gas. We have 3 bullets. There's 4 people
Hmm.
in the car. Do we want to get out of the car and brave the mist, or are we just gonna take ourselves out? And it's the dad, his son. No, actually, it
Hmm.
was 5 people in the car, so he had 4 bullets.
Yeah.
There were
An
four
old
bullets.
man,
There were
old
yeah,
lady,
old man, old lady, his
the son.
girlfriend, his son, and him.
Yeah.
So he takes everybody else out, doesn't have a bullet for himself, and he's just distraught. All of a sudden, he gets out the car, and rolling through the mist is a military convoy. If he had waited 10 minutes,
And the mist was kind of fading too.
if he had waited 10 minutes, everybody would have been
Never
saved.
fails.
It took
Never.
me
10
years to
minutes.
watch that movie again, honestly, because I
Because
was
it's a
so
really good movie,
mad.
but the ending is
The
brutal.
ending ruined everything for me.
That's
Like,
The ending
why
that's
is
would
so
like
you?
in
fucking.
both the American and European version of Speak No Evil. If you had
Mm.
just said fuck it with the little support bunny, you know what I mean? If you had just
What
said fuck it,
both versions of that movie. Leave the goddamn bunny. Leave the
yeah.
bunny.
Like, we get it. You want to have your child's emotional support bunny, but you know in your gut something is fucking wrong.
Something is
Just
wrong.
tell her I'm sorry, but we cannot. We cannot. Yeah, no.
Go get another one and then dirty it up like the other one. I'm sorry. Your child got the touch of the tism and they're able to tell this is not the bunny. You're gonna have to get over it. We just survived serial killers. We're not going back for that goddamn bunny. What the hell?
Yeah, that
Mm-mm.
pissed me off. It's gonna have to stay up on that roof, okay? We need
Yeah,
to leave.
yeah, we gotta go.
We need to leave.
We
It
got
has to
to
stay
But
go.
then the
upward.
dad made me mad too, though. I'm like, where's your spine? This is your family. Like,
The American version, both versions,
yeah,
but the
and
American version, bro.
like, yo,
What I didn't like about the American version was that they had to make the dad sympathetic because the wife cheated on him. Like that was unnecessary. It really felt
mm,
super unnecessary. Like they're having this vacation because they're trying to rekindle their relationship because she had
yeah.
cheated on him. It was just like, okay, mm,
It felt a bit out of. It didn't. I guess out of
It,
place
but it's
in a way. It
it
didn't
feels it's very
seem
white.
like it
It's
fit.
very white coded though. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
whenever that happens within like white families, speaking kind of from experience here, they'll go and like have a
Mm.
romantic vacation to rekindle their relationship or have another baby. Maybe that'll fix it. That's very white
instead of
No.
coded.
addressing like, ooh, yeah, instead of
Instead of,
addressing the underlying issue.
yeah,
Ooh,
and maybe we just
ooh,
need to go ahead and get a divorce.
yeah.
Nothing
You
fixes
No,
know.
your
no, we
problem
can
as a
fix
married
it.
couple like a good divorce.
We can save it. We can have another child. Add another child into the
That'll
trauma.
fix everything. I can say
No.
for a fact, speaking from experience, where I have looked at men where I look at them and I'm like, you just need to be divorced by your wife. your wife needs to divorce you.
Mm.
And instead, the wife ends up having another baby with that man. And I'm looking at, I'm like, baby, you're everything. You're a whole ass lawyer. You're gorgeous. And this man is nothing more than a potato. At
A
best.
potato.
Weaponized incompetence.
Divorce that
Yes.
man. Get a
Ooh.
divorce.
Okay, this is multiple tropes. Or, well, it's not multiple.
Okay.
It's the same trope. The refrigerator door, the medicine cabinet. The trope where they will open the refrigerator door, go into
Oh,
it,
something's in
Mm.
there.
and then close it, and then something's behind the door. Or they'll
So
open
it's
the
kind of,
medicine cabinet.
yeah, it's like jump scare, but it's like specifically to like,
It's so common that whenever
Mhm.
I'm watching a horror film and I see somebody go to get medicine out of the cabinet, I assume, like they've done it in a couple horror films where there's nothing there because everyone assumes that there's going to
Yeah.
be something as soon as they close the door. Every time.
I do
Like it's
appreciate when a horror movie does that. Like they take an overused trope and then they don't use it.
yeah. It freaks me out
Keeps you
every
on your
time.
toes, you know?
Yeah.
You know what horror
I
movies
think
we
that,
didn't touch on?
what's that?
And these are like, I think everybody fucking loved these. The fucking Paranormal Activity.
You know, I was
Oh,
gonna
like
mention
found
found
footage.
footage. I was
Found
gonna
Found
mention
footage,
footage.
found
yeah.
footage. Yes.
On Paranormal
Those are the
Activity and
best.
Blair Witch. Those, I
Yeah.
mean, I think I really enjoy the, Final Destination and things like that.
Mhm.
Insidious, but found footage like that. What that time period, the early 2000s or mid 2000s, mid aughts and whatnot.
You just had
The
to be
found
there.
footage movies,
What a time. The
perfection.
golden era. Yep.
It was the found footage and then the early 2000s zombie movies when we really got the fast, the
Was it
sprinting
Fast
zombies.
Runners?
Dawn of the
Yeah.
Dead. Dawn of
Yo,
the Dead set the
what
tone
a
for me.
time to be alive.
Yes.
And it really feels like anybody else has tried to do those things has kind of just butchered it. It was
Exactly.
something
Yeah.
about that time period. But yeah, the fucking Paranormal Activity movies, oh, so goddamn good. I remember going to see it in theaters the opening night, and it was packed
Mhm.
out. There's nothing quite like watching a movie like that in a packed out theater and everybody's freaking out at the same time.
Right. Yeah. No, I literally had my first date. And I was like, "You want to go see Paranormal Activity?"
Yeah. Still,
Yeah.
I think, what was that? What year was that? Hold on, let me look it up. What year was Paranormal Activity? No, I know it was high school. I know it had to
It
be
was,
high school.
yeah,
It was high
it
school
definitely,
era. It was like 2010s
it was high
ish.
school. hmm Leading up into college.
It released 2009. So that was the year.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so that was that was right after I graduated. It was released right after graduation. That was the beginning of college. Holy shit. Yeah,
I
I
was still in high
those
school.
I
movies
think
were good.
of the tropes, found footage like is probably one of my least favorite just because I don't find it as scary as the
Mm,
other horror films, but like it's still a pretty
okay.
good one. But
Yeah.
I
It's
don't know.
valid.
There's there's something about like, found footage where it's like I find it irritating mostly towards like my tism. I'm like, would you stop shaking the fucking camera?
Okay. So it's not like you can't fully focus on the
Yeah.
what's going on. You're focusing on the
Mm,
camera movement. That's valid. That's
Yeah,
that
it's like
valid.
is.
I get the point of like the trope itself is it's supposed to make it feel a little more authentic. To me, it just that camera shakiness. I'm like, stop it.
Right. Well,
Right.
no, Desiree, you actually were the first one to bring up found footage because you said
Yeah,
Cloverfield.
Cloverfield.
Cloverfield,
Mhm.
yeah. I watched Cloverfield for the first time, and I think I kind of felt the way that Sydney did because it was
hmm
very disorienting. The
mm,
their first playthrough, the way that
right.
I mean, it's realistic. It's like what would happen during a disaster, and this sort of monster movie.
Right.
It was very dizzying because the camera's moving all
Mm,
over the place. But I kind of got used to it after watching it multiple
yeah.
times, But I
Right.
yeah, no, kind of felt the same way. Um,
That's valid.
I think that's kind of why I enjoyed Paranormal Activity, because the cameras are pretty much fixed the entire time.
Yeah,
So you're
Okay.
getting the same scenes over and over again, but there are little details here and there that change every single time
right,
the scene comes back up. And that's what makes it so freaky, because you get used to the scene and you notice something out of the corner of your eye. You're like, wait a minute, wait. That wasn't there before. And that's
right,
what I
yeah,
really enjoy about the Paranormal Activity movies.
yeah.
Okay.
I would say
I'll have to
a
give them a
common
watch
trope
then. I
with those
avoided
sort of with
them for
found
a while.
footage in general. Oh, oh yeah, no, you should go
Yeah, I
back and
avoided them. I mean,
see if you can.
yeah, I'll give them a try now.
We're doing
But what were
that.
you saying?
But I'm saying that a common trope within found footage in general would have to be something really bad happening off the screen,
Mm,
which that's a trope I can
Yeah.
get down with. I love that within found footage. You don't always see every little detail. It kind of leaves things to the imagination.
Hmm.
and there's always
I
like
love that.
speculation after, like, the Reddit
Exactly.
Yeah.
forums, like what actually
Exactly.
happened. Yeah.
I've fallen down those rabbit holes. Like I gotta
Oh,
go home
me
and
too.
research.
Me too. I'm the person that will watch those found footage movies, and then I'll go to the Reddit deep dive, because
Right.
it's like, I know I'm not going to find a definitive answer, but I really like the fan answers that give, like, in-depth explanations. Those become my
Hmm.
head canon. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That kind of leads
Yeah.
Yeah.
into
Another one.
one of my
Oh, go ahead.
other favorite tropes. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But I was saying like where it's like a mystery where they have like an urban legend or something, and it's like then this group wants to go investigate the urban legend kind of thing. Yeah.
Yes.
God.
What's it called? Uh Shit. There's one that is a found footage movie that is just
Is it a
like that.
Yeti?
No. Well, there
Oh,
is a
okay.
Yeti
Because
one.
there's
Yes, I
one
know
that.
the Yeti.
Okay,
There's a
yeah.
Yeti one, but then there's uh
New
Close
Jersey Devil.
Encounters. Close Encounters.
Oh,
It
okay.
is they have heard the stories of what happened at this old insane asylum. They go and lock
Hmm.
themselves in for the night. Oh, it is one of my favorite found footage horror movies, because everything goes from bad to fucking worse. Because not only they're supposed to be locked in overnight, right? Then they realize, oh, okay, this is kind of weird. I don't think we want to do this. Time rolls around where the door's supposed to be unlocked. Door doesn't get unlocked. It's not becoming light outside. Time distortion. I fucking love time distortion. Like they did that in Blair
Yeah.
Witch too, where they're kind of trapped in a time bubble. That shit fucking terrifies me. And then I feel like there's a lot of tropes within the Close Encounters movie. They get separated, go off on their own, and then you have people getting disappeared left and right, and
Yeah.
goes it boils down to, I think, one guy is left at the very end. One guy is left, and the I think it was you remember the doctor who invented lobotomies, Friedman, or he didn't
Oh,
invent
that
it.
fucker.
The guy
Oh,
who the I think his name was Friedman, the guy who was doing it
I
with the
think it
fucking
was.
ice
Prolific
pick,
with it.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he haunts this insane asylum. And at the very end, the last guy remaining, he ends up in this like hidden room that's down in like the the bowels of the insane asylum. And he sees a demonic or ghostly version of Friedman doing like a lobotomy on another one of the other people that had come into the insane asylum with the main guy. And I always love the horror movies where it ends where they're trying to hide, and then they accidentally make a noise, the creature sees them,
Oh,
and then
that moment.
it cuts to black. Yeah,
Oh
that's
my
what happened. It
God.
was fucking good.
Quarantine.
Yeah.
That sounds like quarantine.
Quarantine.
Quarantine. Like,
Holy shit, Quarantine.
Also sounds like
The
another
Spanish
episode of
version's the
Supernatural.
best.
yeah.
The Spanish version is way better than the American version.
I
Way
can't remember if
better.
I've seen that one, but
It's called REC, like recording. REC. That's the Spanish
Okay.
version. Yeah,
I've seen it. I've seen it.
it's so goddamn
I
good.
think I think another of my favorite genre of like horror films where it's meant to be a horror film, but then it ends up just being so bad it's kind of hilarious.
But yeah, Campy.
Yeah, very campy. What was the one we watched? Mannequin, I think it was the Mannequin one. Do
Oh,
you
what
remember
the
that
mannequin?
one?
The one that essentially um the mannequin kills people.
Yes, and
Yeah,
it's
I
basically
remember.
like a weeping angel where you can't take your eyes off of it kind of thing.
Yeah,
Is it a
yeah.
B movie?
Yeah,
It's a B
it's a
Okay, I
movie.
B
figured.
movie.
I was like a mannequin
I
that
love a
kills people. Okay.
I love a good B movie.
Nothing wrong
I
with
love
that.
a good
We
B
love us some
movie.
B movies, indie
Oh
movies,
yeah,
all
Yeah.
they're
good.
so much fun. They're so much fun to
What
watch
was
because it's like you can just put it on in the background and you can kind of pay attention to it. You don't have to, but then they're so bad
yeah.
that you kind of end up
They
paying attention to them.
exactly. Yep.
What was that one that we watched where it was it was a B movie and they were essentially trying to turn the trope of a group of white friends going into a corn maze on its head, but it was a group of black friends and they went to a haunted house. Do you remember what movie I'm talking about, Xavier?
Oh yes, I remember. They went to the haunted house and
They were getting picked off one by one.
one by one, yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
What was it called?
I don't
Oh, what was
know.
that
Shoot.
called? Yeah, see now that I do remember that one. I do remember it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
It and then they had the twist of you thinking that it was a certain person, but that it wasn't really that person
Yeah.
being the yeah. Oh God damn it. I can't remember what it
Did
was
it have
called now.
did it have
I don't
comedy? Was it satirical? I don't know why
No,
I'm
it wasn't
thinking about the
satirical. It was meant to be
blackening.
serious.
yeah, it was meant to be
Well, okay, never
serious.
mind then. Okay.
I can't remember what it was
Hmm.
now.
It's gonna
But
drive you crazy
it
now.
was definitely a B movie because I
Okay.
remember at the beginning of the movie they were getting out of the car to go to the haunted. It was one of those big
Yes.
haunted trails sort of thing. So you have a haunted
Mm-hmm.
house and then you go on a trail and then you come up to another haunted house on the trail again to another one. But somebody dies at the car. Like at the beginning of the movie, they're getting out of the car. Somebody's at the car still. Everybody else is headed up to the thing and somebody dies at the car. Yeah. Yeah, I can't
I know.
remember what it was called.
I can't remember either. It was a B movie though, and yeah, it was meant to be very serious.
What we need
Okay.
to start doing is like doing a list of the movies that we have watched and just
Yeah.
a little blurb or like a little, like note next to
Hmm.
it so we know what type of movie it was or what the movie was about because I can't stand knowing the movie but I can't
But you can't
pick the
name it. You
name.
Can't
can't.
Yeah, I
remember
can't
it.
name it.
You know
Like
what we
that
need?
that one happened with we watched this one forever ago about a kid who was it was like a house that was being shown for like uh people were trying to buy this house
Oh,
and
like an open house.
it
Yeah.
was like that's what I think it was called open house. But the kid
Okay.
is I think he's like the son of the realtor or something like that. He's staying in the house and come to find out you think it's a supernatural movie but there's a fucking serial killer that's inside the house. You have no fucking idea.
Oh, yeah.
And the
We.
Oh
I
kid,
no.
remember this. Yeah.
yeah. And so the kid ends up like realizing somebody's in the house at the end of the film, tries to run, and this house is kind of in the middle of nowhere. So it's a long way in between anywhere. And so he runs, the camera kind of cuts to black and then it cuts to the morning and you see the kid's body in the middle of like nowhere, like he didn't make it,
Yeah.
like he thought he was running, you thought he was gonna get away, nope, didn't get away. Didn't get away. Yeah, I love those types of
You
movies.
know.
That's
You know what we need
crazy.
to end on though is where this kind of all began for us, like kind of the interest in horror movies. Do you remember the Disney horror movies? Don't Look Under the Bed, for example.
That's my favorite. That is my favorite. I watch it every year. Yes. Do I ever remember? Yes. Mm,
Yes.
Yes.
that's my
That
stuff.
I gave me nightmares. Genuinely gave me nightmares.
I'm trying to remember
Oh
what
my
gave me
god.
what was the one that did it for me as a kid? Because I wasn't my mom growing up in an evangelical household, those things were not of God,
Yeah.
they were demonic, so I wasn't allowed to watch horror movies as a kid. So it was when I went really like when I went to college when I really started getting into horror films. And I'm trying to remember which ones really did it for me. I genuinely feel like for me it was Paranormal Activity and Insidious that really popped things off for
Hmm.
me because I wasn't really allowed to watch these other things when I was a kid. I think
Right.
I watched The Grudge for the first time when I was in college. Um, yeah, yeah, and that came out in the early 2000s. There's still a
Yeah,
lot of horror movies that I'm watching now for the first time because I never was
mm,
allowed to watch them. So I,
it's understandable.
yeah, like I fell head over heels for horror movies because it hits for my neurodivergent brain. It gives a certain type of dopamine hit, just a certain something like that fight or flight. I don't like being chased, but with a horror movie, I don't have to be chased, but it's still fucking freaky. You know?
Yeah,
Just
for me, I
remember,
think the Tooth Fairy. I don't know if you guys remember that one.
I do
Did it for
remember that
me.
one.
Okay, and then Signs also did it for me.
Signs,
Yes,
signs,
Signs.
yes.
Yes, and then Dead Silence.
Ooh, yeah,
Yeah, as well as It. That was because I don't do clowns
Classic.
like
yeah. I
Which,
don't do clowns
yeah.
either.
listen, I just remembered one of the tropes that we didn't cover yet, and that was haunted dolls.
Annabelle.
And I'm thinking like Annabelle, Chucky, Bride of Chucky. Yeah,
They look creepy to
Mm.
begin
because
with. Why would you bring them into your house?
By the
for
way,
real
where
though.
is Annabelle? Ever since that guy,
No,
Yeah, no, she
what's
went
his
missing.
face
where is
has it
she?
still. What is his name? Matt Rife.
Huh.
Oh, that's
Matt
right, that
Rife
fucker.
has the fucking doll now. He bought
She did go missing
all
for a
the
minute though.
stuff. Yeah, he bought all the stuff from Ed and Lorraine, and they're gonna do like an Airbnb. And
This
nah,
is not.
that's
No.
People are gonna
he.
die.
Yeah, people are gonna die. That's stupid. That's just stupid.
What
Mm-mm-mm.
did we start this podcast talking about? Like white people in horror movies making bad decisions?
Yeah,
It's because they do it in real life too.
Matt Rife.
Because they do it in real
Look.
life too.
Nothing of value will be lost.
Right.
No,
Right.
but that's like, all these like, these paranormal like TV shows where they're like ghost hunting and shit. Yeah, I feel like I don't see a single one that's hosted by a black person.
Because you don't those shows like they do them on uh what is the channel? I know that they do them on TLC
Travel Channel.
sometimes. I know that Travel Channel. Those
Yep.
those
Yeah.
are space fillers. Those are literally
Hmm.
space fillers. They will get the most random white people with the kookiest ideas and just give them money to do a show.
Hmm.
And every single episode, they will go out into the middle of the wilderness with all of this equipment and shit. And the whole episode is them, oh my God, I think I might hear something. Oh my God. Nothing happens. It
Ghost
Or
pisses
they're
Hunters.
me
shit talking,
off.
Remember the
or
show
like
Ghost
shit
Hunters?
talking the
Yes.
demons, and then I remember Ghost Hunters. I remember
Yes.
Ghost Hunters. Zach freaking Baggins.
I
That
had a
shit
neighbor
pisses
who
me
did
off.
not miss an episode. My Ghost Hunters is on. Oh, okay. I'll let you be.
Oh my god. It. Oh my god. It fucking cracked me up. I remember watching this show growing up in high school, and it was just like, for just comedy's sake, because it ends up being unintentionally funny of these douchey bros being like, come at me, demons, and then they get the piss scared out of them when something comes at them.
I cannot. I cannot.
Actually, last one that I'm going to bring up. There's this one movie that I haven't watched in a very long time. It's Australian, I believe. It's called The Tunnel. This one, yeah, this one freaks me the fuck out because
Hmm.
it's a news crew that hears about disappearances and happenings of an area below a subway tunnel, right? And they go to this tunnel to investigate, and they find out that there is some sort of being or creature that lives down in these tunnels, and it starts fucking with them and snatching news crew people one by one. It it's so good. I haven't watched it in forever, but I think it technically is a creature feature. But
Yeah. It, claustrophobic movies like that make me itch.
Sounds
When they
familiar.
add that
claustrophobia.
element of claustrophobia, that's like that movie. It wasn't. I think it was technically horror, but it was more like a little camp. The Substance with what's
Oh
that actress's
yeah.
name? Demi Moore. Yeah,
Yeah.
that one was
Oh,
more of like
I still haven't.
a
You haven't seen it
thought-provoking
yet?
one.
No, I
That
have
one's
not.
okay. It's
This
I
actually
one we
actually
will not
got
really
spoil it.
I got like an early screener for it when it was like this was before it was up for the Oscar.
hmm
But I hadn't. No,
it's actually
sorry,
really
SAG.
good.
I'll have to check it out.
It's like it's
Okay,
very on the nose with the message they're trying to get across, but it's still pretty damn good.
but it's still okay. I'll put that on my list. I'm about to
All
check
right.
that one out.
Yeah, definitely have to. But it's a regular episode. We can't do 2 hour episodes every time because people have
I
super short attention spans. Okay, they have
yeah.
most of them. Yeah, most of the major tropes. But yes, it's spoopy season, and thank you, ladies, for joining me for the special Halloween episode. Um, Sydney is always in Halloween attire because Cortana, but Faramir, and that's Arwen, correct? Wait, no, is that Arwen?
Galadriel.
Galadriel. Okay.
Galadriel.
Well, that is
The Rings of
Galadriel.
Power.
Yeah, Rings of Power Galadriel. Let's go. Okay.
Yay.
All right.
Thank you.
But thank you guys so much for joining me for today's episode. All you nerds and nerdettes out there and non-binary folk. I don't know what the non-binary nerdo, nerdy, whatever that is. But what I nerdites. There we go. That's better. But what I need everybody to do is go take your meds, drink some water, and eat something because I know you haven't. So I'll see you all next week for a new episode. And thank you, ladies, so much for joining me. As always, this is Ebony Warrior Studios with blinding speed, master quality, and untold savagery.